How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Nubioo here today, and we are hopping on schedule 1 to show you guys the most efficient early game money making method inside of the apartment, aka the sweatshop. This is Donald. He's our worker. Yeah, you are going to end up getting a worker for this. Although you have a worker, it's not going to take you very long to get to this point. So, I'm going to walk you guys around, show you how I set this stuff up. I even disabled everything inside of the worker so I can reset that up to show you guys exactly how to get this going the easy way. A lot of people make this confusing, and I can redo this video and place these one by one if you guys need me to, but it's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. I'm going to do my best to explain this and show every detail of this without having to place it. It's got enough open space inside here to where you can see everything that I'm showing you, and it's not all crammed and cluttered, and you just don't feel claustrophobic the whole time you're playing, you know? So yeah, without further ado, let me go ahead and get to explaining exactly how I set everything up. Let me go ahead and say the amount of money you're going to need to set this up is $4,800. Not that much money. To get $4,800 ain't very hard. I'm assuming you made a little bit of money out of the motel, so you can sell some trash, sell whatever flour, whatever product you got, get a little bit of money. It's not very hard. So with that in mind, $4,800. No supplies included. No supplies included, because that's kind of up to you. Anyway, I'm going to walk you guys through this. Basically, what you're going to need is these $60 large shelves, $420 of them to be precise, which is 7 large shelves, 6 of them here, up as far up against the wall as you can get, just right next to each other. And then you're going to need 2 small shelves. You don't have to have this part. This is up to you, but I run from this station to this and fill these up, and then whenever these are full of whatever product I'm making, I go and sell or give it to my dealers or whatever. So you don't have to have these, but if you do, these are $30 shelves, and you only need 2 of them. So what, $60? Super easy. 60 bucks. Wow, I just almost made that from a couple pieces of trash in that machine. Anyway, you're also going to need 2 medium shelves. These go for $45 a piece, so this is $90 right here in shelves. And then the last large shelf is placed right behind this machine, as you can see. It fits very nice. These lamps aren't necessary, but I do think it's pretty aesthetic and looks nice. Even with the lights off, it's still pretty bright. Where the light's at, it stays pretty bright in here. You don't have to close these curtains. That's up to you. I like them being open. So yeah, the 2 lights, if you want to do that, those are like $20 a piece. I'm not including that in the budget because you don't really need it. But you do want to space this out like this to make this work better and be easier to reach. Anyway, you place the 7th large shelf right back here, right perfectly lined up with the window, and then you place your $2,000 mixing station Mark II. You can do the regular mixing station, it's just going to take longer. But whenever you get to this is game changer right here. Instead of doing 10 in here, it does 20 at a time. So I can throw 20 of these in here, 20 of these in here. Easy. Alright, easy as that. And with the other mixing stations, you can only do 10 at a time. So it's a little weird. Anyway, go ahead and send it and get the Mark II. You only need 1 of them for this. Go ahead and place it here. So with those 2 medium shelves on either side of it, that'll be your product. I would prefer, I prefer, out of this small of an area, to use 2 mixing ingredients. So I use the Mega Bean and the Viagra. And then do this first. Place it in here. Grab the butt. Put it in here as well. And then that's the first step. And then you just mix whatever comes out of that with Viagra. And this is the easy early game method. This is like, I think, $83 a nug. Let me see. You don't want to see the names of these, but this is the one I'm using. $83 suggested. I just keep it at 83 because that's pretty good. Anyway, pretty nice. Go Mega Beans Viagra. Keep that in mind. Okay, so what you're going to want to get next is The packaging station, these obvious. This is 750. This is 2000. So that's 2750 right there of the 4800. So you don't have much more to go. So you're going to want to go ahead and get to the point where you can get in that warehouse over there. And I'm going to go ahead and run over there and show you exactly what that is. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and invest in a skateboard. Even if it is just a level 1 skateboard, it's going to save you a lot of time. Right next to the piss hut, right down here to this red door. This is where you're going to have to come in to get your first time in here. Whenever you are able to come in here, this is what it's starting to look like. You got an arms dealer. You got the person that lets you hire employees. And then over here, this is where you're going to want to go ahead and buy 8 of these suspension racks, 8 of these moisture preserving pots, which are only $50 a piece. So the 8 suspension racks is $320, and the 8 moisture preserving bins or pots is $400. So that's what, $720 right there. Not very bad. And then instead of going for these lights, you probably won't have these unlocked yet. And don't go for these lights because they aren't giving you any bonus. Meet them halfway and go ahead and spend $80 per light on these LED grow lights. These, you're going to need 8, and that's going to be $640. Pretty easy to get, easy stuff. This is also where you get the mixing station Mark II if you're going to go ahead and send it and get this one instead of the regular mixing station. You can get this one at the hardware store. You don't have to come here. But this is where you get the upgraded one. And you're going to want to go ahead and buy a bed, which you can also buy at the hardware store, but this is $150. You only need 1 bed. Oh, almost got caught. Alright, now with that done, I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through setting this up to semi-automate, automate, whatever you want to call it. You're still going to be a part of this process as you can only have 1 worker in this sweatshop. But this is the best, most efficient method I could figure out. This is not from a video. I did this myself. I guarantee you haven't seen another person do this exact setup. I guarantee it. Okay, so first of all, you got these placed. You place these suspension racks first. After you've placed these shelves like this, make sure you have that 1 block space between that and the wall. You don't have to put a light there, but it does look nice. Go ahead and put these 1 block away so that they line up with this and they're easily accessible. You don't have to like squeeze back here or nothing. 1 block away. It also perfectly makes this even, which I am OCD, so I like it being even. Go ahead and place your 8 suspension racks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be perfectly lined up. And then the other 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go ahead and place a pot in each one of those. The 8 moisture preserving pots that you got. Place it in each one of these. And make sure you place the lights as well. Each one is going to need a light. This gives 15% growth speed, which helps a lot. I'm telling you, a lot. A lot. Anyway, go ahead and place the 8 in each one of these, or the 1 in each one of these. It's 8 of them. And now I'm going to walk you through setting these up. So what I like to do is pulling out my clipboard. I do not think you get this whenever you first... Okay. So to get this clipboard, you're going to have to go up there in the warehouse to the upstairs part that I was showing you and hire a botanist, which is what this guy is, Donald. Anyway, go ahead and hire a botanist, which is going to be, what, $1,200, $1,100 sign-on bonus, and then $200 a day. Not bad at all. You go ahead and pull out this clipboard, and then you left-click on 2 of these pots, and you see where it says manage on my screen. I click manage. Actually, go ahead and do this part first. Go ahead and click all of these pots. Left click on all of these pots. That should say manage 8 pots after you get that placed. And then click that button and go ahead where it says seed right here. Set it to whatever one you're going to use. Not this one. This is a completely different product. So go ahead and set this to whatever you're using. As I'm using this one, I'm going to click this one. And then back out, click escape, and then swap off your clipboard. Swap back. And go ahead and click 2 of these pots. And click manage. And then click destination. You're going to see these little arrows pointing to where this product is going to be sent to by the botanist. So I'm going to send 2 of them to here, and then click escape. And then I'm going to swap off that so it doesn't have those selected anymore. Swap back to the clipboard. Select 3 of these. So it doesn't matter what 3. You can select any 3 you want, but this is how I have mine set up. And then go ahead and click manage, and then click destination, and set it to the next rack over. This would be the 3rd rack from the right side. And then click escape, swap off the clipboard, swap back. And then I select this pot, and this one. And then I click manage, destination, set it to the next shelf over. The 4th from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set it here, and then escape. Okay, now whenever the botanist farms these, she's going to send these 2 to this rack. These 3, wait, this one, and this one to this middle rack. And then this one, and this one are going to go to the next rack. Automatically. You don't have to configure her or him, whatever botanist you get, to do that. It will automatically get sent from this whenever they harvest. So, what else you're going to want to do is make sure you buy seeds. To buy seeds, you talk to Albert Hoover in your contacts. Press tab to open your phone. Go to messages, Albert Hoover. You go ahead. If you can meet up with him, as you can buy an unlimited amount, however many you can fit in your van or whatever. You can buy an unlimited amount. Or what you probably have unlocked already is I need to order a dead drop. So go ahead and order a dead drop for as many as you can get. I would do 8 at a time if you can, because there's 8 pots, so they can plant at least once. Order a dead drop, and then go ahead and collect those seeds. Now once you've collected those seeds, you want to put them in this far right shelf, all the way up against the wall. These seeds are going to be taken out automatically. This is going to be her supply shelf, or his supply shelf, your botanist's supply shelf. You're going to want to put any type of soil in here. Preferably do 3 bags like this. 3 stacks, I mean, not 3 bags. Do 3 stacks. 10, 10, 10. And then fill the rest of this up with seeds, because you're not going to go through soil as fast if you do the upgraded soil. Either the 1 life, 2 life, or 3 life soil. So fill 3 soil things up, 3 slots with soil, and then fill the rest of this with seeds, like this. Try to make these full stacks, as much as you can. Try to keep these full. Okay, so this is going to be the storage shelf that she or he grabs from. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. Come down here to your botanist, and click supplies. I'm not setting a bed yet. I'll show you how to set a bed. I'm not setting a bed because I don't want her to, or him to start working just yet. So his supplies is going to be this shelf right here. Now it says large storage rack. He is set to do this shelf, and he uses whatever supplies on this to fill these pots, which is exactly what we want. So the next thing you're going to want to do is come to this botanist again and click pots/drying racks, and click on that little pencil button. And go ahead and come up here, and if you hold shift, you can click on each one of these pots. It might bug out sometimes, but hold shift this whole time and left click on these pots, and then it should be good. So I went ahead and clicked while I was looking at the pot. Yes, it disabled 1 pot, but all I gotta do is click that button again and then click the pot, and now we're good. So now he is set to do everything for all 8 pots. He's going to soil it, he's going to seed it, and he's going to harvest it. The harvesting is going to go in these 3, so you're going to have 3, however long you let them go, full shelves. So I got pretty much 3 full shelves. You can sell any of that if you want to do it just like that, or you can go ahead and do the next process. So next step, you're going to want to go ahead and set up a bed. I do this last so that they don't start working and start charging me money before I even get them fully set up. So I click this none button by bed. Keep your clipboard out this whole time. Do not place a bed in there, by the way. You don't have room for a bed in there, so go ahead and use this motel as a bed area. So keep the clipboard in your hand, run over to the motel. You're probably not gonna have this many beds in here, but I have it set up for another operation. Anyway, go ahead and click a bed. I disabled this bed so I could do this video. Go ahead and click on one of the beds in here, or the bed if there's only one, and it will set him to this bed. Even though it's not at the same place, it'll set him at this bed over here. Very good. That's exactly what we want. So he's not going to start working until we put money in this briefcase, which I already had money in here. So all you gotta do is shift click and it'll put 1,000 in there if you have 1,000. Otherwise, right click. That's $100. So you can go right click, and drag. That's 300. You don't need 300. I was just doing a random amount. You can do 400, so that's 2 days of work. But I just go ahead and put a couple thousand in there, so that's what, 10 days of work right there. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and sleep for the video so that it's not dark. I didn't even do anything. These are my dealers doing the work, but I'll take it. Anyway, that is basically the end of the process. I'm going to go back. He's going to be set up and he's going to be working. All right, so I am back over here and he is not outside. So that means he is in here already watering or trimming these plants, whatever step he's on. So he's going to be putting the soil in for you. And then he's going to go through and put the seeds in after the soil's in. And he's going to water. And then he's going to wait for them to grow. And he will trim them and automatically put them in here. You don't have to do exactly what I did with baggies and jars, but this is the best setup that I could find. This is the most efficient setup I can make. I've redone this so many times, but this is the one. I keep one of these on me just to clean up. I don't like the clutter. Anyway, so with your packaging station here and your mixing station here, you guys saw me mix the mega bean earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and grab from this other shelf, put our second ingredient in here, grab this out, and then put both of those in there, and it makes my next product. So that is the first step. It takes the exact same amount from both shelves, so each one of these shelves holds 120. If you want to go ahead and go to the gas station and order 120 of whatever product you want, and then 120 of the next product that you want, and bring those back. So while that's going, what I like to do is come over here with the product that's already been made. This shelf is back here so that you can set the finished product on there and stockpile it if you're not going to stay in here for the current time. Otherwise, you grab the finished product. So if you are staying in here and you plan on working and stockpiling just a little bit, I would go ahead and stay in here and empty these shelves before you go anywhere. So you grab your finished product. I already used left side and right side, both products or both ingredients for the product. You go ahead and stick that finished product in this back shelf for the meantime. And then you go ahead and grab another of your first product, put it in here, grab some of the product that he has harvested, which is just the base of whatever product you started him planting or whatever, and go ahead and start that. And what I like to do while this is going is go ahead and throw this in here. And now as soon as this is done, it'll pop up right here in the middle that the product is ready. So I grab it out and then I put it here. And the other ingredient will stay in there, and I'll go ahead and grab whatever I've already finished out of the back shelf back here, put it in my packaging station, come over here, either grab baggies or jars. I'm doing jars right now, so I'm going to grab 10 jars, put them in this, and do 5 per. You can hold space and fill it up with 5. You can just watch the number until it goes down by 5. Fill it up, hold D to turn it to the side. It will automatically put the lid on, throw it in here, and then you can take this out and put your jars in one shelf and your baggies in another shelf, just to keep it sorted. I'm big on sorting and OCD-ness, so yeah, I keep it sorted. But anyway, that is the whole gist of the process. As you can see, while I was doing that, he continued to work. He's harvested 2-3 plants already and planted seeds back, and they're already growing again. This one's already 40% grown. Like, the speed of this is insane with this full setup. So $4,800 minus the supplies and everything you need. This is an amazing setup. I have not found anything better. Haven't seen a single better video than this, as you can only have one worker in here. This is the one you guys want to be setting up at the beginning of your playthrough. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys did like it, go ahead and hit that sub button, hit the like button. It helps the channel out a lot. And drop a comment if you guys want to see me build this by hand, like start from nothing in here so you guys can see every step again. Or if you guys want to see me do a guide on the bungalow or the barn or the warehouse. go ahead and let me know. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy selling.